Hello, welcome to Brockwell Lane. This week I'm going to give you a general update on my layout and the Engage layout as well actually. Last weekend I went to the York Model Railway show and I picked up some interesting details from various manufacturers which I'd like to show you now. This is one of the stores I visited, which was Dart Castings. Do all sorts of white metal details, and a number of people have asked me in the past where I get my buckets from, and this is a good supplier of those. I like to hang these on the back of my pannier tanks, as per this one over here. You can see there we go, just hung on the bracket there like they used to. Don't even need painting in this white metal silver colour, so they're at about £3 those. What I also picked up from them was a couple of machines for my station. There's that red one over there which is stood up, which I've painted, which is a Nestle chocolate machine, and that lady's just about to buy some. Also there's the green one, which I think is a cigarette and chocolate machine, which I painted up as well. I think that barrow's also from them, which I picked up the year before. I also purchased this little pack of dustbins, which again I've not even painted, just glued the lids on. Another one over there for the signal box. The little Great Western hut, which I've got at the back there, that is also from them, the small one I mean. The pagoda is actually from Ratio next to it. Also those little barrows or hand carts, they were bought from the same company last year. The old cast iron post box is also from the same manufacturer. Another company worth looking at is York Model Rail, who do these are actually laser cut plastic, and they do things like gates, fences, steps for signal boxes, crossing gates, canopy parts, all sorts of windows and doors, and in all different scales, and I really like those. I haven't decided where I'm going to put those yet, but I've also got some bits for scratch building Engage buildings as well, so I'm sure they're on the internet, and they're really good, useful bits and bobs they do. But by far one of the best things and most useful things I've found is this layering spray, which is from WWS, which is scenery manufacturers. They actually specialise in wargaming static grass and details like that. But this has come out, I think it's been out a year or two, because I've seen other people review it. But what this enables you to is just a spray, and you spray it on top of existing static grass, and then you can put more static grass on top of it and build it up higher with different colours. It's a lot easier than well, I wouldn't really know how to do it otherwise, unless you're going to drip it up with PVA again, but that'd be messy and time consuming. But with this you can put it straight on top and then instantly spray it again and do another layer. It's really quick, it's really useful. In fact, I'm going to redo most of my static grass on this layout, I think, and build it up in different layers, because you don't have to remove the bottom layer, which is, I think, is a brilliant idea. So it can really rejuvenate old layouts, and I might just do that on my Engage layout as well, which I've already done with the Woodland Scenics. But with this stuff you can actually spray that on top of the Woodland Scenics flock powder and put the static grass on top, which will give an interesting effect. I've started experimenting with it in the other room, and I'll show you now. So this is just a little diorama on a bit of board, American station building, with some HO track, and I had put some Woodland Scenics down as a base around here, sort of scruffy, which you can see around there, which I wasn't that happy with. But then I tried this layering spray, and I've put this static grass on top of the Woodland Scenics, so it works quite well. I tried a couple of different colours there. I don't know whether I've got the right combination, but it certainly looks the part. It's quite tall grass there now. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to continue on Brockwell Lane and redo some of the static grass on there. So this WWS do a starter pack with all sorts of different colours and lengths of this static grass. You see some darker ones, 2mm, like 6mm, all sorts of different shades. So what the best combination is, I don't know yet, so I'll put a fun experimenting, but there's a good selection there. And of course, if you're not familiar with static grass, I apply it with this tea strainer, which is basically, well, it's just a tea strainer on with a battery attached. You press the button, you put the grass in the basket there. You attach the clip to. You have to attach that to a metal, either a nail or a rail or something like that, whilst you're doing it. And you just that sort of action whilst the button's pressed, and that sort of makes it stand up. I've done a previous video, there's loads of other videos online which people have done explaining how to do that, but this layering spray makes it a little bit more interesting, so you can blend it together quickly. So this section here I've tried with the layering spray on top of what was there already. So this is building up and becoming quite long and overgrown. I tried some of the lighter colour, straw coloured grass here, which has got quite a good effect. And if you can tell down here, I've sort of trampled it down. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera very well, but I just trampled it down to make a footpath just up that area. Maybe it doesn't show up on camera very well. Just about, maybe. But that's quite a nice effect you can do with this as well. So I might put some different colours on top of this as well, in places with their layering spray. And then I'm thinking of doing this whole section as well again on top of what's there. Maybe the back, if I can reach over there and do that as well. So I'll show you what that looks like. But I want to show you my N-gauge layout now, because there's been quite a bit of progress on that. So here we are at Georgimus Junction in N-gauge. You can see I've been busy with the scenic material. This is all woodland scenics, covered in PVA, just as a base coat really, because I'm going to try that static grass on the top there as well. So this was done quite quickly. But you see I've started work on that shed at the end there, put some doors on it. I've also nearly finished this building, which is a scratch built based on photographs, which is basically from Metcalf sheets, and the window method, as I showed you in the previous video, which is actually sellotape stuck to the back and then some little offcuts of plasticard white strip to make the windows, and then PVA on top to seal the sellotape and the framework to the building, which looks okay. So this is all going to get redone with the static grass. I'll have to use the smaller lengths, probably the 2mm, especially on the top of those hillsides there. And on my workbench at the moment there's a couple of rats there. There's a Bachmann class 25 which I'm currently detailing up. Put some brass buffers on there which need painting. I've also flush fronted the door on there, repainted the yellow front, set new marker dots on there as well. That needs a final weathering. I've also body mounted the KD, which actually allows me to put the pipes on and still couple up to things, which I'm quite pleased with. You can only do that on diesels that have got a fair amount of room there, so it rules out things like 37s and 47s, but the 25 seems to work quite well. Also in N-gauge, I've got a class 24 from Graham Farish which I'm trying to convert into a 2.4/1 with a head code on it, so that's work in progress. I sort of stalled with that a bit, got a bit bored of that, but I'll get back into that at some point. There's also a ratio kit here I'm building for my dad, which is a Great Western conical type water tower, which is half painted. That'll look a bit better when it's done. There's also that 009 shunter there. I can't remember how far I got with this last time, but this is a slow project. I think I scratch built the front, which I don't think I showed you last time, which has gone on the metal cab which I bought from a show. It's coming on a little bit. I need to get some weight in there. I've used various scraps and bits and bobs to make that bonnet. I couldn't tell you what they were exactly. That's going to go on that Kato chassis. Also, when I was at York Model Railway Show, Bachmann stall were selling some Bachmann bodies, some Class 20s, and the guy said, "Do you want 3 of them for a tenner?" So I said, "Yes, go on then." So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. They were missing buffers, so I've reinstalled buffers. That's quite a nice one. That's a limited edition one for Kerno, I think. So I don't know. I might do these up and sell them, make some, get some spare cash for other projects. But I'm just having a bit of fun replacing handrails and things like that. There's a couple of these rail freight ones. Putting new buffers on there, and so on. Little Hornby shed there, which I didn't like the paint scheme on originally, so I've just repainted that into Great Western dark and light stone from Precision. Some more bits I bought from York Model Rail. There's some Engage steps for me to scratch build the signal box at Georgimus Junction. Also got some planked sheets there, so I'll have to get on with that at some point. And this is a picture of the signal box at Georgimus Junction, which I've got to try and scratch build. So hopefully those parts will assist in that. That's about it really. That canal boat's still not making too much progress, but I'll get back onto that at some point. Other things, I'm just doing a snow plough for an American diesel, just painting that up, and I'll get that fitted as well. Picked up a nice Hornby Black 5 recently, which I'm going to have a go at detailing with the Brass Masters kit. So when that comes, I'll probably show you what difference that makes to it. So there's plenty of modelling to be getting on with, although the weather's getting quite nice now. We're out of winter. Recently you might have noticed I've been going to a lot of steam events, steam galas and things, and next weekend is no exception. It's the West Somerset Railway, which I've never been to before, so I booked a night in a hotel and I'm going to make the long drive down there. So that'll be coming up in the next week or so, which I'm really looking forward to. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm sorry it's been a bit brief and mixed, but I'll put a bit of better video together next time with a bit more progress on Brockwell Lane and also Georgimus Junction. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.